Hello guys, just keep on pushing boxing. I have another video for y'all. But today we are gonna talk about Charlo, Jermall Charlo, the older brother. He fights December 7th on Showtime. Against Dennis Hogan. And it has just been announced, I think yesterday, that Chris Eubank Jr. is on the undercard. He's the co-main, fighting Matt Korobov in middleweight. I think he's stepping down, and I'm gonna tell you why. But the Chris Eubank fight is for the WBA interim world title. Basically, the reason why Chris Eubank is moving down is that PBC is planning for Jermall Charlo to fight Chris Eubank in a unification fight for the WBA and the WBC title in possibly 2020, for sure 2020. But yeah, Jermall Charlo, I think, has been getting some pretty good wins. Not not on the same level as Chris Eubanks, but it's still solid wins, facing Brandon Adams. I think before that he fought Matt Korobov, the guy who's fighting Chris Eubank, and now he's fighting Dennis Hogan. But I think in this matchup against Jermall Charlo and Dennis Hogan, I think it's a very unfair matchup. Dennis Hogan is really, really a welterweight. I think he stepped up to fight Jaime Munguia, and then he almost beat him. I think he beat him. Everybody think he beat him. He lost that fight. I think it was by majority decision. I think, But yeah, he's 5'8". Charlo's like 6'1". He has like a 68-inch wingspan. Charlo's like a 73-inch, I think. And he's just way bigger than Dennis Hogan. And plus, Charlo has I think he only fought one, world champion out of his whole career. So, I mean, after this fight, I can see why they want the Jermall Charlo versus Chris Eubank fight. It's a big fight. I'm a for sure watch it. Who I think will win the fight? I see Charlo stopping Chris Eubank. I see him. All Charlo has to do is just lean back on his punches and just let it fly, because Chris Eubank is still the same Chris Eubank in the Billy Joe Saunders fight and the George Groves fight. He just comes in with a bunch of flurries, and hopefully he lands one. I mean, don't get me wrong, Chris Eubank did get better throughout his fights, in his recent fight against James DeGale, in which he was a big underdog coming into that fight. I think he knocked him down a couple times and won that fight for the IBO world title. But basically, his movement got better, foot movement, he's starting to box, But I don't think that he has the skill to keep up with Jermall Charlo, The only way Chris Eubank can win this fight is if he makes it a dirty fight, get it in his chest, rough him up, Probably that. But other than that, I don't really see Chris Eubank being Jermall Charlo. It's going to be, a good fight for Charlo. It's going to be a good guy on his resume, And, that's really it. But first, of course, you got to get past Dennis Hogan and Chris Eubank. For sure, got to get past Matt Korobov, who is not a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. I think age in his recent fights for Korobov has been catching up to him. That's why I feel like he lost the Charlo fight, was he got tired. And then, Charlo basically took advantage of that. But other than that, guys, that's really it. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day. And I'll probably be posting tomorrow. Maybe another video today. I don't know. But that's really it. Bye.